Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today I want to say something about the new boss, the Nightmare, that was released recently. And more specifically, I want to speculate a little bit how this has been affecting the economy of the old school RuneScape and what will happen in the near future. First of all, as expected, people were preparing to slay this boss, and many of the items have had rising price graphs for the last 1 month. However, most of the weapons are completely useless at here in the Nightmare fight pit. And the reason is that this boss is weak to crush type of attack style, and it is basically only way to have really effective hits against this boss itself. After first day of the release, people of course saw that some of the items are completely useless and started to sell them and buy more relevant piece of equipment. Like look at the items like Twisted Bow. Twisted Bow has crashed 70 mil during this time. And then again, all of those weapons that have crushed type of attacks have been increasing significantly, like 10 to 20%. Okay, so this is what has been happening recently, but how about the future? Well, the unique drops of this boss are pretty good, honestly. The Nightmare staff is really good, and I can even see the potential at the PvP as well. I have seen that being tested at Surah and it was insanely good. It is really hard to tell how expensive this item will be in the future, but at the moment it has been sold for more than max cash. But obviously this is just the very beginning and it is interesting to see where the price will settle later on. Anyways, another interesting thing is that the basic drops from this boss are trash. Like, you literally get like 3 magic logs after a 5-minute intense fight. And this is why I think that many people will get bored with this really quickly. Imagine that you spend 50k plus worth supplies for each kill that takes 5 minutes. And now you are in a situation where you have 100 kills and no loot at all, basically. You spent a lot of time, 5 mil, and got nothing. And this is of course expecting that you are not going to die all the time. In my opinion, this wasn't super difficult boss, but there are still very dangerous attacks that do a lot of damage. So if you don't pay attention, you will die for sure. And when you die, you have to take this very annoying and long journey to collect your equipment and even pay 60k for that. It is just completely different feeling to kill something like Zulrah when you constantly get that 150k drop. Each kill is profit even without rare drops, but the Nightmare is completely the opposite. Okay, so because of these things, I think it is safe to say that people who got only like 30 to 100 mil in the bank are not going to be here for too long. And even those maxed accounts with huge banks probably will get bored of their couple hundred dry kills and go back to Theater of Blood or something like that. So I think it is really safe to say that some of crushed weapons will be sold back in Chronic chains very soon. And perhaps some of these crashed items that were sold to buy these crushed weapons and gears are going to rise a little bit in the future. Anyways, this is just my speculation and it is impossible to say what will happen for sure. I have to say personally that this boss is really fun to kill because it has huge potential in terms of rare drops and it is not that hard at all. Basically, when I had killed it like 10 times, I knew already pretty much everything about it and was able to flick prayers and dodge special attacks, etc. But I can recommend to try out this boss, it is really fun to kill and learning something new is always interesting. I'm really excited to see what will happen in the old school RuneScape economy in the near future, and especially where the prices of unique drops will be after a couple months. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see in the next video. Keep flipping and bossing.